Hey y'all, we are about to make some easy peasy 6 ingredient street tacos. First, we're going to start with a can of green chili refried beans. Meat eaters, go ahead and brown up some ground beef or maybe shred some chicken. So I have my cheese here. I'm going to have a Colby Jack and a double cheddar that I'm going to shred. Remember, shred your cheese, guys. Okay, and we're using the small street taco size tortilla shells. Okay, and we got our paste salsa. I like the paste salsa where it's chunky and an avocado. Easy, easy peasy. Okay, we're going to start off shredding this cheese, y'all. It's so easy to just simply get a block of cheese. It literally takes 1, 2 minutes, depending how fast you can go. And I also have a manual shredder where I can just like turn the dial and it will also shred. But I don't like all those different pieces I got to be cleaning afterwards. So I'm just using the manual shredder. Now we're going to take those street taco shells and line the baking sheet so that we can go ahead and start adding the 2 ingredients we need to add before we put it in the oven for the first time. There will be 3 different times that we need to put them in the oven. So I'm going to take the refried beans, put them in a saucepan, go ahead and season those beans up. You can also use black beans. If you want another meat alternative, you can use black beans or black refried beans. I'm going to use a taco seasoning blend. You see the 25% less sodium to just cut down on the salt. This brand here is El Paso. Okay, so we're going to just start seasoning up these refried beans with the taco seasoning. And then I'm going to come with the garlic powder to give it more flavor. We just want to, otherwise they're kind of like bland. So that's why you use extra seasonings. Some people like to cut up like white onions and add it in there. That would have been good. Okay, so yeah, you can add like onions in there if you like, or jalapeno peppers. I have onion powder here. I'm going to add that in to give it a little more flavor. I didn't do the onions, so hopefully that will help to give the flavor of the onions. Now, while I am stirring this up, I need for y'all to do some finger work. Anybody who is in the chat who is not subscribed to the channel, I would love for you to take this opportunity to go ahead and subscribe and make sure you come back to join us in future live streams, okay? I'm also adding Tabitha Brown's all-purpose seasoning. Okay, so we want to flavor this up. So whatever you have for your favorite seasonings, go ahead and add them. Okay, now after stirring the refried beans, you see that it's more of a creamier consistency. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and load our taco shells. I'm just simply taking the refried beans after seasoning them and spreading them on each street taco shell. So again, if you have meat or any other kind of bean, you're gonna do the same step that I'm doing right here at this time. So if you have ground beef or chicken, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna line those shells at this time right here. So you don't want them too thick, so you don't want to make this too thick. You want a thin layer just covering the entire perimeter of the taco shells, okay? Or the street taco shells. These are a lot smaller than your average taco shell. They're literally almost bite size. I don't know if you can really tell by the what you're looking at, but they're really small. So the average person probably could eat maybe about 3 to 4 of these, depending on your appetite. So yes, we're gonna go ahead and spread these refried beans on each shell. And then we're going to take that blend of cheese that we grated and place that right on top. So after we do that, we are going to put it in the oven for the first time because we first want the cheese to melt on top. We don't add all the ingredients in the inside at this point. Now, if you want to do that, you could. Like if I would have thought about it, I probably would have added some black olives, or if you had green onion, you could add them in and stick those in the oven with it. But for right now, we're just using this easy peasy 6 ingredient soft shell street taco, and we're just going to put these 2 ingredients on here, okay? So yes, okay, so again, another break. If you guys are not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you are already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget that super chats, super stickers, and super thanks after the video are all appreciated. Also, at the end of this video, if you could go ahead and hype this video up. Okay, y'all got finger work to do. I'm working my hands. I need for y'all to work y'all fingers to do all those things like, subscribe, comment, hype, all those different things. Okay, so I'm just about finished here. I have put the oven on 350 already. Again, this baking sheet is not oiled in any kind of way. I didn't spray it. We're just putting the shells directly on the baking sheet. All right, now remember we grated that cheese, so we're gonna go ahead and cover each taco shell with cheese. Depending on how much cheese you like, you can determine how much cheese you're gonna use on each shell. My grandchildren will eat cheese, but they are not cheese lovers. They are not cheese lovers. So I'm not going to put a lot of cheese on here. And again, we want to make sure we're not putting too much of the ingredients in the inside because we will be flipping these in half. And we don't want them to be like too thick, okay? So whatever your favorite cheeses are, you can use anything you want. Some people use Asiago, mozzarella, Kobe by itself, or any other kind of cheese that you would like. I did look up what blend Mexican cheeses are usually in a shredded bag, and they did tell me the cheddar and the Jack and the Kobe. So I decided to get those blocks, shred them up myself, and use those particular cheeses for this dish. But by all means, use the type of cheese that you like. Just try to buy it in a block and shred it yourself. Remember, we have talked about this on this channel more than once. If you can refrain from buying the bags of shredded cheese, please do so because those do contain ingredients that help preserve the shredded cheese, and those preservatives are used as an anti-clumping agent so that the cheese does not melt together. Okay, so we don't need all those extra preservatives. Go ahead and just shred that cheese up yourself. Now, I did put them in the oven on 350 for about 15 minutes. It was also a preheated oven. So now you're just going to see me take the spatula and fold these in halves, little taco halves. See those? They're so cute. They were so cute. And they were so good. Oh my gosh. I don't know if it was the seasoning and the refried beans, but they were really, really good. So go ahead and fold each one of your street tacos in half. This is what I mean by not putting too much of those ingredients in the inside because you won't be able to fold it. So I think I was just right on the ingredients. It was full enough, to be filling, but not too much where I couldn't fold them. So keep that in mind. So right now, these are still sort of soft. So after I have them all folded, you will see me grab some olive oil with a brush to just brush that olive oil on the sides of these tacos. Now I am going to put it back in the oven that way for about 5 minutes. And then I'm going to take them out and turn these on the other side for another 5 minutes. Okay, so these should turn out to be a little toasty on the edges. It won't be so much of a soft shell once you take them out of the oven from being baked for the third time, basically. Okay, so yes, here we go. I did cook 9 of those, and I think the package had 12 inside of there, but I didn't make it because I didn't want to waste any if we weren't going to be eating them, right? Okay, so here's that oil. I was telling you about that olive oil that I'm just brushing each side of the soft shell and placing it back inside of the oven for about 5 to 8 minutes on each side, just so that it can get a more toastier crunch. And you can decide how much crunch you want. If y'all plan on making these at home, you have to come back in the comments and tell me how they were. Okay, so I'm just going to pour that salsa in a little bowl, and then we're going to bring out that sour cream in that squeezed pouch. I got the avocado, and I didn't make a guacamole. It's literally just a smashed avocado. Okay, so that's all I did is take a fork, smash that up, And here we go. Here are the street tacos, y'all. When I say good, I mean good. You have to try these and come back in the comments, okay? Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks so much for coming into the premiere. And please, if you're on the replay, give us a like.